In this class, we'll learn about alternate blinking of LEDs. For example, blinking of 5 LEDs. So for that, we need the Arduino board, which I have already inserted here, and I also need a breadboard. So this breadboard, in this breadboard, we'll be needing 5 LEDs. So let us put 5 LEDs here. And we can also change the color of these LEDs. Let's change from the second. Okay. And in the next, what we need to do is we need to connect the resistor so that we can avoid the breaking of LED. So remember this resistor, you can always change this one to 220 ohms, not kilo ohm, but ohm, that will do. And this one also, this also need to be 220. And for the remaining 3 also, I will do the same. 1. After doing that, what we need to do is the connection. So for connection, first of all, we'll do the connection for ground. And for each one of the LEDs, let us also do the connection for the ground. Okay. Next thing we need to do is we need to connect the positive terminal of each LED to different pins of the Arduino. So different pins, I will take this one here. Okay, so each one of these wires or connector need to be connected to the different pins of the Arduino. So let's do that connection. Okay, this one needs to come, let's take this one to 13, this one to 12, this one to 11, this to 10, and this one to 9. So remember, we are using the pin numbers 9 to 13. We'll need pin numbers while we are doing the coding. Okay, so in order to differentiate between the positive and negative terminal of the LEDs, we need to change the color of the connectors. So let's change this one to red. So if possible, let's also change these colors also. Okay, once we are done with the connection, let us do the coding. So we'll go to code, and here, out here, remember we have 2 parts of the coding, that is void setup and we have void loop. So inside these 2 brackets, we need to write the coding, and what we know is that we need to tell the Arduino what or which pin number we are using. So we are using pin number 13, and we are also using pin number 12. Pin number 11 is also used. And finally pin number 9. Now since we're going to do the alternate blinking of LED, that is, once this LED, that is the red LED, turns on, it will be turned on for some time. After that, as soon as this turns off, this one should be turned on, that is yellow LED. And once this yellow LED turns off, this blue LED should turn on. And once this blue LED turns off, this one should turn on, and so on. So it should keep repeating, it should be looped. That's why we are going to write inside the loop function. So in here, in order to turn on the first one, we need to write digital right. So the first one means this LED is connected to 13 pin. So we need to use the pin number 13, and this pin number 13 should be turned on, that is high. And once it's turned on, it should stay for some time. Let it stay for say 1 second. and after turning on that, it should also be turned off. So digital right 13 and low, and we don't need to give the delay for this one, because as soon as this one turns off, that is this LED turns off, this should turn on. So without delay, the next one should turn on. That's why I'm going to write digital right 12 and high. So as you can see, as soon as this digital right 13, that is first LED turns off, the next one should turn on. That's why I've written it without any delay. And it will stay on for some time. So for that reason, I need to give delay here. And then the next one is still right. So I'm going to turn off the LED that is connected to 12 again. So this process will go on and on until it comes back to the last one. So for that, I just need to copy this so that I can apply the same for the pin number 11, pin number 10, and pin number 9. Okay, so after doing that, let us check our coding whether it's correct or not. So in order to check the coding, we need to go to here, that is start simulation. And as you can see, the alternate blinking of the LED is working. In this case, we're using a lot of lines in order to let them blink alternatively. But what if we can do it in just 3 lines like this? So in such kind of cases, we need to use load function, which we'll see in the next class.